everybody, and welcome back to the Christmas headquarters in Norway. It's Arne and Carlos from Sit and Knit for a Bit. I tried to do something new.
Christmas countdown, that is. I'm glad that you do something new because we need to, make a little variation. We are, as always, your hosts, Arne and Carlos, and we hope you're not getting too tired of us coming into your computer screen or your TV screen like every single day. That's why but we want to change things up, right?
Yeah,
we want to make it a little more modern and different and new because nothing is as constant as change, is it?
That's true.
That's true. Yeah. So we're doing our podcast every day. We reveal a new Christmas ball, and we hope you have been enjoying the reveals so far, and that you have. If you're knitting the calendar, we hope that you're enjoying the new designs. If you're not knitting the calendar and just joining us, you can get it at our website at ARNECARLOS.com. Go get the calendar there, and then you can just join us for the remaining Christmas episodes. And you know what? A Christmas ball shouldn't take very long. How long would the easiest ones take you, Arne?
2 hours maybe?
The easiest ones?
1.5.
Yeah, 1.5. So 3 hours for me.
Mood.
Yeah. So I'm a slow knitter. Arne is faster. So an easy ball will take 3 hours. Some of our more complex balls could take a little longer. But all in all, I think that it should be done fairly quickly.
Yeah, you manage one ball a day.
And so it's never too late to start. So if you want to do that, go ahead. If you just want to sit and knit with us, other stuff, or if you're baking cookies, or if you're preparing other things, it's also perfectly okay.
Yeah.
Just as long as you are getting into this Christmas spirit together with us. Now we want to give a big shout out to Prym, as they've made this Christmas calendar possible. We love the Prym Ergonomic Needles and the crochet hooks. So check out our links below in our description. You'll find out more about the great ergonomic products that they have.
And Prym Ergonomics, the new generation of knitting needles.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree. Triangular with those round tips make your knitting life easier, and they will make sure that you don't get tendinitis.
And they don't slip.
That's true. So Arne, we've got some beautiful candle holders in our collection of things that we've collected from all over the world. You've got the glass little ones from Itala in Finland. We've got the Swedish angel that is an old piece. We've got my family Advent candle holder from Dalarna. Yeah. And then we've got these beauties behind us on the mantle of the fireplace.
We found those in Portugal.
We did, in Lisbon.
A few years ago.
Yes.
I remember we were so happy when we found them because they were not heavy, so it was easy to take them on the airplane home.
Absolutely, yeah.
And they're also very, it's narrow, so we took a chance because we thought they would fit on the mantelpiece.
Yeah. We could see that with our eyes. Yeah. We could eyeball them and see that, this is definitely going to go on our mantelpiece.
And those are very beautiful because they have those Acanthus pattern.
I call them the swirls and curls because it's a very lovely asymmetric design that is very round. It's based on circles with little tails and things like that. And this is a particular and specific style that actually exists across many countries and many cultures. It's based on the Acanthus, and the Acanthus is a plant. And I think that it's been used elaborately since at least the ancient Greek times, I would think.
Probably.
And from then on, in different cultures, and of course, each culture adapting their own specific style. These Portuguese candle holders are definitely wooden, and then they're gold leaf, and more than likely they would have been in a church.
Look very churchish.
Church-ish.
But in Norway you can find these carvings, and also we have the same style in rose paintings.
We do, yes.
But you can find these in old churches and on old farms and furniture and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
we did a collection for Rowan this year called the New Nordic Unisex, a collection of knitting patterns. And all the sweaters in that collection, all the designs are inspired by the traditional Norwegian Rosemaling. And Rosemaling actually is literally rose painting. Norway, we tend to put words together to make new words. So rose means a rose and maling means paint. So when you put Rosemaling together, you get that as a word. And in Swedish, it's called kurbitsmåling.
Kurbitsmåling.
Yes, and it actually exists parallel in Sweden and in Norway. A specific style of painting the Acanthus swirls and curls, which is very stylized and very. It's not realistic. You're not depicting a flower anymore. It's a very kind of fantastical sort of painting. And it's so the style became popular in the Baroque ages, in the Baroque period, in the early 18th century. So because the big farms in Norway, they would have had that instead of getting Baroque, the very heavy Baroque furniture that would have probably fit better in Versailles or in these palaces around Europe. In Norway, they would have gotten this simpler furniture, which was painted instead. So it was rosemalt, it was rose painted. And those cabinets today are actually more expensive than the Baroque
especially like
furniture palaces.
If you want to buy one of those who have the mix of wood carving and rose painting. Like sometimes those wood carvings are painted in different colors.
Yes.
And then you have this. There was this guy up in Gudbrandsdalen called Skjåk Ola, I think it was called.
Yes.
Ola from Skjåk. And his cabinets are famous in Norway, but they are so expensive, but they're beautiful.
Yes. And there's regions, I mean, these kind of rose painted rosemalt cabinets, they are actually something you would find in many different areas in Norway. But there's a couple of areas in Norway that kind of stand out more than others and that have some of the most spectacular farms. And I would say that the areas down in the south in Telemark and in that area there are very well known for beautiful traditional Norwegian farms with some incredible rose painted furniture.
I think they have a lot of
They have a lot of incredible things there. And I would also like to pinpoint the Gudbrandsdalen region where you come from.
Yeah.
Where Gudbrandsdalen is a region, Lillehammer is kind of like the capital, and it's a valley that is very traditional in terms of architecture and.
But like old lady, I don't know if I told you this, but the old lady I knew where I grew up, she said the rose painting style from Gaustar, where I come from, the style was like if there was like a nyperose, what's that?
Oh, it's a rose hip. Rose hip.
If it was rose hips in the rose painting, you could actually tell that it was from my area. So there was like different styles.
Yeah.
She told me, and she was a rose painter. She painted like we have this big wall at home, which my great grandfather got when on his, I think it was his 80th birthday or something. Then a lot of people they bought this as a gift to him. So we have this big ball with rose paintings and the man on a horse and stuff.
Very nice.
She made it.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm not an expert. I know something about it. I don't know that much. But yeah, if you're an expert, I'm sure that you can identify the different areas because different styles would have definitely developed. So you could have seen that this is from this area, this is from that area. Now, when I said that you can find some of the most well-known and the most beautiful in Telemark and in Gudbrandsdalen, I don't mean to say that those are the only areas in Norway, because these would have been around all over Norway. Yeah, it's just that in Telemark and in Gudbrandsdalen, they really have more of it for some reason.
Yeah. Because like, what was I thinking? We have a book. We went this summer. We went to like a second-hand shop south of Oslo, and I found I bought a lot of books.
South of Oslo. Oh yeah.
And there was one book with different rose paintings, and it showed the different styles from different areas of Norway. So it seems like there were different styles, and this style is more like what you see in Gudbrandsdalen.
Yes.
Where I come from.
So inspired by the Portuguese candle holder, and then going back into our culture to think about the traditional Rosemaling and the traditional Treskjæring, which is wood carving. I think that we want to reveal a beautiful Christmas ball that also ties into the Rowan collection that we did this year, that we're calling the Acanthus. And as you can see, the Acanthus has all these lovely swirls and curls.
This one has actually 30 Swarovskis on one symbol.
So yeah, so 120 altogether for this
120.
one.
But
It's going to be a very expensive ball if you use Swarovski crystals.
But we're celebrating 10 years, Carlos,
Yeah.
since the ball book came.
And we didn't buy the crystals. I think we found them in our old in a
Stash.
box in a stash, and I think they were given to us by Swarovski for a project that we ended up not doing. It was a competition.
Yeah, or I think maybe it was a competition, I guess.
Yeah. So they're very, very lovely. You could use rhinestones, which is more inexpensive, and you can probably get at any kind of craft store. Unfortunately, I don't know the size, so medium, I guess. If you got like extra small, medium, large, extra large, this would be medium.
But that doesn't matter. Like if you don't want to use these things, you can also use the is it called sequence?
No, yeah, the rhinestones.
Yeah, the one you can sew on, the paljetter.
Oh yeah, you could use sequences as well if you want.
You can sew them on if you like.
Or nothing.
Or nothing.
I mean, look, it looks lovely from that side as well.
I think this is the second ball we made with those Acanthus pattern.
Mm-hmm.
You remember we decorated the Christmas tree in Lillehammer?
Oh yeah,
That's many years ago now.
Yeah, that was a Christmas tree. So the same year as our Christmas ball book came out in Norway, which was in 2010.
Yeah.
That year we decided, or we were invited to decorate the Christmas tree at the Maihaugen Museum, which is the most important museum and the largest museum in our area in Innlandet.
Mm.
It used to be Oppland, but now it's Innlandet. It's actually one of the bigger museums in Norway. And they had a gigantic Christmas tree that we decorated with 1,387 handmade Christmas balls. We did not knit them ourselves. We made them in Peru. They were hand knitted by a community up in the Andes. They had all lost their jobs in a mine, and so the company that we employed to knit those balls for us was one of those fair trade companies where they would get a new training to learn a new craft so that they could support themselves. And then we donated all the proceeds from that. Not only did the museum buy the balls, but then we also sold balls at the Christmas market, and we donated all the proceeds to that community. And if you want to see a photo of that, it is available if you go to our Wikipedia page, the English Wikipedia page of Arne Carlos. And we actually don't like Wikipedia because there's a lot of things that are wrong.
I think there's
in
a
Wikipedia.
lot of mistakes there.
Yeah, and
so don't read the text.
Don't read what it says because it's not up to date, and there's a lot of misinformation there. If you are a person that is active on Wikipedia and you're a knitter and you're interested in updating our page, then we would say thank you very much for helping us out, because really it is not good enough.
I think the Norwegian one is good.
The Norwegian one was made by a librarian, and she was able to pull out all these newspaper articles.
So she knew what she was talking about.
So she knew. The one, the English one is just a nightmare. But anyway, there is a nice photo of us, 10 years younger, and sitting in front a Christmas tree with 1,387 Christmas balls. Just like this one.
But different sweaters and more balls.
Yeah, and also the museum ceiling was tall.
Yeah.
Remember when we were decorating it, we had to stand on a very tall ladder, and I have vertigo, so it was not fun. And it took 3 or 4 days to decorate it.
I think it did.
And I think how many people? We were like 6 people doing it. So
but
a lot of work.
That was actually a very fun time.
Yeah, because less is definitely not more.
No.
Too much is never enough. Too much.
No, too much is.
Too much of a thing is wonderful.
No, too much is a good. No, how? Too much is.
Too much of a good thing is wonderful.
Too much of a good thing is wonderful. That sounds right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We're not minimalists here.
So you can make more balls if you want to. You can have like 10 of these and 10 of all the others.
Yeah.
Or you can knit the balls from the 55 balls.
Yeah.
Because then you have even 50.
Now we're going to very quickly, before we finish this podcast, we're going to talk just a brief minute about the hanging loop. We know that a lot of knitters are not crocheters, but... and we don't expect you all to learn crochet skills just because we tell you to or because you're knitting the balls. However, we just want to emphasize that that crocheting this hanging loop is the easiest thing you will ever do in crochet. It is just a basic chain stitch, and a chain stitch is something everybody knows how to do. And if you don't know how to do, there's a video. Just go to Arne Carlos, look for the how to crochet and then chain stitch, and it will show you a 2-minute video. And after you watch that, you will be able to do it very quickly and easily. If you don't have a crochet hook, you can actually do the chain stitch with your hands. A lot of kids do
like kids
finger crochet.
Kids did that in school. They just pull the yarn through the loop. But we have a lot of crochet.
Yeah, it's very easy, and we've got here a lovely little kit. It's got 5 different needles, and these are the ergonomic hooks. These are the ergonomic hooks from Prym, and Arne is going to demonstrate how quickly he can do a chain. And the pattern calls for a 3mm, but you know what? If you use a 3.5mm, it's not the end of the world. We don't have a 3mm here, but we do have a 3.5. So
where you can use anything. So loop on the needle, and then you just pull through. You can't see it probably, so it's far away now, but you just pull it through.
So put the yarn on the hook, pull it through.
Pull it through like this. And then you do like 30 or I don't
42,
remember.
40, I think, or 44.
As much as you like.
So it's super easy. This is the one crochet stitch that I think anybody, including a non-crocheter, should know.
And this hook is really good because the way we crochet, we hold the needle in the hand like this, so it's actually you have something to hold on to. Sometimes when I have like the old crochet hooks, which is just so thin, sometimes that is kind of harder because you have actually nothing to hold on to.
I have to say, originally I didn't like it because I thought it was something very weird with it, but now that I'm oops, sorry.
But actually the more you use it, the better it becomes, because in the beginning it's a little bit, what you say?
It's a little stiff in the beginning.
It's like you can feel it's new, it's just out of the box.
Yeah.
But then when you use it for a little bit, it's getting so much nicer.
Yeah, and it's really easy to hold.
Yeah, and I like that there are colors on the what you call that?
On the handles.
Or handles, because it's so nice when you put them in boxes.
So this is a much better hook than many of the others I've held. Just have a little bit of getting used to, but they are good for you because when you hold these, it'll ease a little bit of the pain in your shoulders.
That's why they're ergonomic.
In your arm, yeah, exactly. So anyway, that was a little bit about that.
Yeah, and we have a gift. We have to talk about
the price. Yeah. So if you're not, if you're just joining in and you want to join in on the knitting as well, there is a calendar that you can get at ARNECARLOS.com, and we're only at December 16th, and it takes just a few hours to knit a ball, so it's not too late to start now. And if you are knitting the balls from the calendar, make sure to post them on Instagram or photos anyway on Instagram or only on Instagram. Make sure to post them there, hashtag Arne Carlos, hashtag sit and knit for a bit. And you are, potentially eligible to win this because we're going to select 2 winners in January.
Yeah, so you get 1 tote bag each and a signed book and then a bunch of needles.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of needles in here.
So, okay, so I think that's it, Carlos. I think now it's getting so warm here because the fireplace has been going burning for a while. I can feel like I'm sweating.
Yes, so let's do the formalities.
So do the formalities and...
You do them.
I should, and you can put the ball.
Yeah,
okay, so if you like the videos, put your thumbs up and please remember to subscribe. And if you subscribe, put on the notification because then the bell will ring every time.
Put the notification bell on. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. We should have that bell. You have the bell. Ding, ding, ding. And then I have to remember for tomorrow. And then if you're on the mailing list, it's very good because then you get news before other people, and sometimes you get some good offers.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna be hanging this ball now. It's time to leave you. I mean, otherwise you will get too tired of us. We're here, blah blah blahing all the time. So I'm gonna put this on the tree, and we will see you again tomorrow, December 17th. And I am excited about the one that we're going to be doing tomorrow, so I can't wait.
So, see you tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you for everything. Bye.